monster.
Something to report? The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both the Empire and Skyrim. I need you to deliver some false orders to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstar. But first, we need to get our hands on some rebel orders to make the forgeries. The Nightgate and Candlehearth Inns are frequent stops for Stormcloak runners. See if you can't convince one of the innkeepers to help you. One way or another, get me those documents. But don't do anything rash if you go to Windhelm. Well, soldier, can you do this? We do this for the good of Skyrim and her people. Never forget that. Many of my countrymen joined the rebels. They can't see the big picture. Skyrim needs the Empire as much as it needs us.
Something I can get for you? Ah, hello there, traveler. Come to the Nightgate for food or lodging? I tend to keep my patrons' privacy. Yeah, sure it is. You don't fool me. I tend to keep my patrons' privacy. Now, that won't be necessary. He was here, but he left. If you leave now, you can probably catch him. Or you can just wait here. He'll be back soon enough. Anything you need, just holler. No time to talk. Out of my way. We'll see about that.
Something to report? Very good. Let's see what you have here. Interesting. They know more of our plans than I expected. It would seem Fort Dunstad is in need of reinforcements. We'll make sure they won't be getting those. One moment while I correct some of these documents. That should do it. Make sure those forged documents get to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstar. It'll throw him off our trail, allowing us to maneuver more freely. All right, then.
They say that vampires attacked the whole of the Vigilant, burned it to the ground. Never heard of vampires.
Divine's sake, yeah? Who do you think we're
Dawn
threatening
started a
with
strange
our
time,
old
friend.
war wounds? We're not
Seems
soldiers
everyone in the town is
anymore.
having nightmares.
Your man Ulrich is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Scald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General Tullius. I'll have you both executed.
Are you all right? You seem tired.
I'm fine, Horg. I just... Are you worried about this war?
No. If we must fight, we will. And you will lead us to victory, as you always have.
With you by my side. Is that right, Horg?
Of course. I would have it no other way.
So much for old soldiers settling down to a life of luxury, eh?
My duty is to guard Brina Meredith.
Keep at it.
Watch your hands around the legate. I've been in the Legion all my life. I'm content to serve. Can I help you?
We are poised for glory, Lord. The Empire will never take Dawnstar, while every last man, woman, and child here draws breath.
With respect, Jarl, you can't ask everyone to throw themselves against trained Legionnaires. Let's leave the fighting to the Stormcloaks.
You're right. Why dilute the glory with too many souls fighting over it? We'll drive out the Empire and be celebrated as heroes when we win.
If we win, this war's gonna drag on for years. I can feel it. We need to prepare for a long struggle ahead.
Enough of your dire predictions. We will talk about this another time. Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you. The Stormcloaks are destined to win this fight. Talos is with us, and when you fight under a Divine's blessing, victory is assured. Dawnstar has a history of being the site of battles that have crippled the fate of the Empire. I hope this remains true. Don't bother me again unless it's important.
Skald, if you don't mind, sir, I have a request.
You have a request of me, Bullfrick? This should be interesting.
Well, I was thinking, sir, with the war going on and all, maybe I could enlist, fight the Imperials.
A servant? Enlisting in the Stormcloaks? Oh, Bullfrick. That's why I like having you about. Oh, you're always good for a laugh.
Yes, sir, that's me, the oafish servant.
Think you might be in the wrong place, friend. Damn faithless Imperials. Is that so? I don't recognize you. Why aren't you wearing your Stormcloak colors? I suppose it would be. Good thinking. All right, let's take a look. Ah, good. Looks like the reinforcements for the fort are on the way. And we have some information about enemy troop movements as well. Excellent. It's not easy running messages, what with Imperial scouts crawling all over the place. Well done. Why don't you grab yourself a drink at the Wind Peak before heading back? I'll take my leave then.
My Jarl, I have concerns about the safety of Dawnstar.
Safety? Don't I have you to handle the town's safety? What is this about, Jan?
You keep pledging more and more of our guard to the front lines. The way this is going, we won't be able to defend our own borders.
Nonsense. The best place for our men is driving the Imperials back. I will ensure that men from Dawnstar get every opportunity for glory.
Glory is meaningless if they have no home to return to. I urge you to lower
Planet Divines, I'm tired.
until I'm sure we're safe.
I won't have you rob our soldiers of their chance to drive out the Empire. I'm done discussing this, y'all.
I'm still sore where I took that arrow. I hate archers. It's not that bad.
Good job. I knew I gave the mission to the right person.
Why did you join up with the Legion? My father was
Something to report? Your objective is Fort Dunstad. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack. Then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well, soldier, are you up to the task? I knew I could count on you, soldier.
Hate archers. Quit your bellyaching.
Disgrace to your own kind.
I don't abide fancy clothes, but you look like you might. I hear Radiant Raiment has a large selection.
It's good we hold the Reach. Were the rebels to gain control, the silver mines would give them coin to hire more thugs and expand their violence. Taking the Pale gives us another port in Dawnstar and puts us within striking distance of Windhelm. That should make Ulfric a bit more cautious, huh? Battles are won by trained and disciplined men. Wars are won by talented and exceptional individuals. I'm raising you to Prefect. Take this blade as a gift and symbol of your new rank. You've earned it. Make your way to our camp in the Rift. We have a few surprises for the Stormcloaks lined up. Gods be with you.
Huh? Something to report? The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both the Empire and Skyrim. You're going to Riften. My spies report the Jarl's steward Anuriel has arrangements with the Thieves Guild that would be rather embarrassing if made public. I need you to find evidence of her corrupt activities and use it to gain a measure of her cooperation. This will require stealth and discretion. The Jarl's guards won't take kindly to anyone rummaging through her steward's private quarters. Good. I can always count on you, can't I?
Damn Stormcloak rebels. This Imperial armor is damn heavy. It's not that bad.
Yes, Molly. That unpleasantness at Helgen supposedly involved a dragon. It killed several soldiers before it departed.
I want you to speak to the city guard. Make sure there's a contingency plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, milady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should
Welcome
fall,
to
it's only
Riften,
right that it's
home of
legally
the
spared.
Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs, vermin, creeping around the Red Way. This is your last warning. Get away from there or else.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Layla's steward, Anuriel. As Riften's steward, I'm afraid I can provide only limited assistance, but speak your mind. I suppose you're here to extort something from me? Is that it? I suppose you're here to extort something from me? Is that it? Well, what is it you want? It would ruin me. I have a good thing going here. The Jarl benefits from my more creative arrangements as well, though it'd be impossible for her to admit that. Layla is a simple and traditional woman, which makes it easy to manipulate her, but impossible to regain her graces once offended. Look, perhaps we could come to some kind of agreement? So, you're an Imperial spy. Interesting. I have no strong love for the Stormcloaks, but I can't say I'm all that fond of the Empire either. This war of yours makes it difficult for a resourceful woman to advance her interests. Perhaps we can find a way for both of us to prosper from this unfortunate discovery? What if I told you about a large shipment of gold and weapons? Oh no, I'm no fool. You'll learn what you need to know once we've come to an agreement. Well, I suppose I'm not left much choice in the matter, am I? Very well. I trust a hefty purse of septims will suffice. They're taking it by wagon to Windhelm. If you hurry, you'll catch them before they get far. It'll be a fairly slow-moving caravan. The shipment is quite heavy, and guarded by many men. Now let's pretend we never had this discussion. You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our laws.
That's it. You're trespassing here. You better clear out. Don't think you can barter with me like I'm one of those stand shopkeepers.
Something to report? The General and I have our disagreements. Excellent work. I knew you'd bring back something useful. It just so happens I've got some scouts along the road. Meet up with them and together see if you can't overpower the caravan.
Well, look who it is. How have you been? Good to hear. I need this to go well. This is my first real command since they promoted me after Whiterun. You know, some nights when I close my eyes, I see the battle stretched out before me, like I'm still there. Do the men you've killed haunt you? Mine do. That's what I keep telling myself. But never mind all that. What brings you out this way? Really? It just so happens we've been tracking a wagon for about a day now. So that's what's in there. Coins and weapons. How do you know that? That was crafty. I'm sure having a steward in the pocket will come in handy. Lucky for us that the wagon recently had a little accident. They're stranded now, just up the road. We're outnumbered, but I have a plan. You got here just in time. First, we're going to take out their sentry, then we'll situate ourselves overlooking the camp. Next, you'll infiltrate the position and get their attention, while we hit them with a barrage of arrows. With a bit of luck, we'll catch them completely off guard and even the odds a little. Good. Hold your fire.
For the sons of Skyrim. You're a disgrace to your own. Mercy. If I can just stand up.
make quite the team, eh? I'll stay here and guard the shipment. You get back to camp with the news. Have them send some men with a new wagon. This one isn't going anywhere.
Good work. I'll send some men with a wagon to collect the prize. We can use the weapons here, and I'll pass on the coin to Solitude. Something to report? Your objective is Fort Greenwall. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack, then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well, soldier, are you up to the task? I knew I could count on you, soldier.
Waiting. Insufferable waiting.
On the Empire.
By holding on to Falkreath, we control access to the Reach, Whiterun, and the Rift. Ulfric will try for it soon. We'll be there to stop him. Taking control of the Rift was a great victory. Ulfric must be rather nervous with us so close to his doorstep. It's good we hold the Reach. Were the rebels to gain control, the silver mines would give them coin to... By holding on to Falkreath, we control access to... You're needed in Winterhold. Report to our hidden camp there. For the Emperor.
If it's arms or armor you need, get your belly aching.
Something to report? The General and I have our disagreement. Your objective is Fort Kastov. The rebels are keeping some of our men prisoner there. I aim to turn that into an advantage. I've sent men to scout out the area. You are to meet them, find a way to slip in, free our men, and take over the fort. They won't be expecting an attack from the inside. This won't be easy, but that's why I'm sending you. Think you can handle it? May the gods keep you.
Don't even think about it.
Hey there. Can you believe this place? So cold my breath turns to icicles. What are we even doing up here? Guess Tullius wants to make sure everything is locked down before launching a serious campaign for East March. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. We're outnumbered again. More so than when we took that wagon. But if we work together, we can pull this off. There's a grate outside the wall. Looks like it used to be buried in snow. I don't think they know it's there. From the look of it, I bet it leads straight into the prison. I need you to sneak in there and free our men, killing anyone inside as you go. Once you've rescued the prisoners, head out to the courtyard. We'll stand guard out here and rush in as soon as we hear fighting. Talos preserve you.
Can't wait to gut one of those rebels. Hurry! Last but not least, let's go.
Great work. Get back and report our success. I'll stay here and clean up the mess. Glad you were here. Couldn't have done it without you.
By holding on to Falkreath, we control access to the Reach, Whiterun, and the Rift. Ulfric will try for it soon. We'll be there to stop him. Now that we have Winterhold, I can garrison some troops there until I'm ready to march on Windhelm. I have come to rely heavily upon you. It is only fitting that you join the upper echelon. I am hereby elevating you to the rank of Legate. On behalf of the Empire and myself, please accept this gift along with your new rank. Congratulations. You've little time to glory in your accomplishments. We're gathering our final assault on Windhelm. Report to our camp in Eastmarch. Hjalmarch is an important buffer zone between the rebel forces and the capital. Ulfric will try to break through at some point.
If you need potions, head over to...
I signed on because I couldn't watch the Stormcloaks tearing everything apart and not do something. Most of my family disagrees with my choice. If those rebels think they can best us, they have another thing coming.
Something to report? The General and I have our Your objective is the enemy-held fort. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack, then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well, soldier, are you up to the task? I knew I could count on you, soldier.
Imperial armor is damn heavy.
It's not that bad.
Good job. I knew I gave the mission to the right person. We're taking the city! Meet the soldiers gathering for the attack! Move it! We're taking the city! Meet the soldiers gathering for the attack! Move it!
Fought bravely and sacrificed
How'd you end up here? I signed on because I couldn't watch the Stormcloaks tearing everything apart and not do something. But most
Thanks. Couldn't have done that without you.
Huh? Thanks. Couldn't have done that without you.
Secure the door.
Already done, sir.
Alfred Stormcloak, you are guilty of insurrection, murder of Imperial citizens, the assassination of King Torek, and high treason against the Empire.
Get away from me,
It's
Imperial.
over.
Roll back.
Not while I'm still breathing, it's not.
Step aside, Galmar. We're here to accept Ulfric's surrender.
I'll never surrender Skyrim into the hands of a corrupt, dying empire. What do you do?
Skyrim doesn't belong to you.
No, but I don't know.
Enough! You are traitors and will die traitors' deaths. Stand down and face public execution, or advance and face summary execution by my hand. It matters little to me. Either way, I'll be sending your heads back to Cyrodiil.
Well, what are we waiting for?
For the Emperor! Any last requests before I send you to wherever you people go when you die?
Sovngarde, sir.
Right. Well?
Let the Dragonborn be the one to do it. It'll make for a better song.
Song or not, I just want it done.
Well, I'm not quite done myself. Hjalmarch is an important buffer zone between the rebel forces and the capital. Ulfric will try to break through at some point. As you were.
All right, you've had enough.
What was that, Legate?
Nothing. Just saying goodbye.
Well, the men will be expecting some kind of speech, and we'll need to hand the city over to that free winter zone.
Runwolf. Yes, I've sent men to protect him and bring him here. Windhelm will need a government quickly in order to prevent more violence.
The Legion will be staying here for quite some time. I don't expect there to be any further violence. Oh, and Legate, it's been an honor to have you at my side. As a token of my appreciation, I want you to keep my sword. And now to deliver a speech.
The rebellion is over. Ulfric Stormcloak is dead. His head will be sent to Cyrodiil, where it will adorn a spike on the walls of the Imperial City. Let this day be a final warning to all who would still call themselves Stormcloaks. We are turning the city over to Brunwolf Freewinter, an honorable and faithful man. Many of you will be staying in Windhelm to aid the Jarl in restoring order and stamping out any embers of rebellion that may still smolder here. In appreciation for your exemplary service, I am doubling your pay and compensation to the widows of your fallen comrades. I am proud of all of you. All hail the Emperor! All hail his legionnaires!
I hate giving speeches.
It wasn't so bad.
I hope we haven't just created a martyr.
There's bound to be resistance. There are many Stormcloak camps tucked away in the hills. They'll no doubt strike whenever and wherever they can. But without Ulfric to inflame their passions, they'll settle down and return to their homes eventually.
I pray you're right, Legate. In the meantime, we'll continue to root them out and put them to the sword. We couldn't have done this without you. The Empire glories in your accomplishments. Come, Rika. There's still much to be done.
When we destroy the rebellion, perhaps 1,000 will call off their damn inquisitions. It's just making things worse.